Hi guys, how you doing? I hope that you are well. I'm Jacqueline, and I'm quickly jumping on here to do a Facebook Live. Um, but I'm also going to try and do an Instagram Live as well, which I know in the past hasn't gone very well. So if you can bear with me, and I'll see if I can do both of them at the same time. See if I can do both of them at the same time, which doesn't seem to be okay. There we go. Yeah, so my name is Jacqueline, as I said, and I feel like I haven't done a Facebook live in ages. Hi, Instagram, I'm on Facebook, so please bear with me if I'm not paying attention here and here at the same time. I must get a device that I can coordinate and look at both of you at the same time. So yeah, I'm here to talk about my book, Walk Quiet, Run Quick. Walk Quiet, Run Quick. Which this is the second edition. I have obviously spoken about it before, but there's something that I actually want to point out with regards to my book. It is a fictional romance. It's a contemporary fictional romance, but it is based on the topical issue of domestic abuse. And a lot of people have asked me, well, why have I written this book? And, what is it that I know? But I just wanted to say that a few years ago, I had the privilege of working with some women who were living in a refuge at the time. Hi, Brian. Thank you for joining me on Insta, who was living in a refuge at the time. My background is that of a teacher. And I'm always used to providing or creating resources for my students. So I had got along to this refuge to teach these ladies, English as a second language, as well as some foundational courses. But while I was there, I realized that these women were not in the right headspace to learn English or to study or anything like that. They needed support emotionally. And what happened was I ended up talking or listening to them with regards to how they were feeling, their emotions and what had happened to them. And, for some of them, their children as well, and what their perpetrators had done to them. So this is what has inspired me to write my book, Walk Quiet, Run Quick. This is what has inspired me to write my book, Walk Quiet, Run Quick. As a bystander, as someone listening to these ladies and these ladies not having a voice of their own. So, how can I make their voices heard? And as I said, my background is that of a teacher. I decided to write a book. But I had to do it in a fictional way and tell their stories through the book. So the subject matter and the issues that go on in the story, Walk Quiet, Run Quick, about domestic abuse, are based on real issues, real stories that these ladies have said to me. And I think it's important for these stories and, their voices to be heard. The reviews that I've had back from the book have been, they've been fantastic. I feel a bit overwhelmed to the point where, ideally this book should be taught on the curriculum in schools to create awareness for those young people, because young people are going into relationships much earlier, much younger. So to create awareness, to educate and to get them to identify, what they want from a relationship. The other day on Facebook, I didn't know this. The other day on Facebook, I put a post out asking people whether they have had managed to get a visa to stay in the UK based on domestic abuse, and I didn't know that was something that could happen. And of course there'll be genuine people that do that would apply on that basis, but there are people who are not so genuine, who would apply for a visa on that basis. So I'm looking for women or people, men all women who have managed to obtain a visa. I'd be interested to know who have managed to obtain a visa based on the fact that they, on their situation, that they were abused. It'd be interesting to hear your stories because that's a whole subject matter altogether, I think. But yeah, I mean, as I said, it's a quick live that I'm doing, trying to do both of Instagram and Facebook at the same time. But my book has been written to create awareness with all that's going on in the press at the moment, especially in the UK. With crime, knife crimes, and drug trafficking, or dealing with amongst young people. What are we doing as a community? What are we doing as a community to help them? They say that this is the lost generation, and indeed they are lost. So I'm trying to do my part in helping or supporting young people, or young adults, or people who are in a domestic abusive situation, to try through my book to try to educate, so that they don't find themselves in that situation. So if I can get them beforehand, by talking in schools, by going on radio or whatever, I don't know, talking in schools, on radio, doing podcasts with people. So if anyone out there who is interested in knowing more about my book, I am happy to talk about it, maybe in a podcast or blogging or radio, or come on your Facebook Live or Instagram Live or whatever. I really don't care, as long as I can get the message out there to educate. Educate, because I mean, I have children of my own. I have a young daughter, and she's been on me with this journey writing my book, so she knows what the book is about, and she's much more better informed. When the time does come for her to have her relationships, she knows to look out for these red flags. So yeah, once again, the book is fictional, but the subject matters and the storylines are what I have heard from the women that I provided emotional support to. So I've written the book from a bystander's point of view. So so if there's anyone out there that would like me to talk about the subject matter, coming to schools, I know in the UK it's half term at the moment, but when schools get back, even for those teachers out there in schools or colleges or any further education institutions who, I know that this would be a great book to be discussed in the PSHE classes, personal health and educational classes. So yeah, please do get in touch. Email me at info@jacqueline-francis.com, or DM me, send me a message. I am happy to respond. So let's try. I mean, I know I'm trying to do my bit, but let's see what we can do, because I feel that we're in a time where I don't know, our young people need our help, and I feel that as a mother, as a teacher, we have to do something to help them, to create the awareness, to educate them before they even get to that stage. So yeah, I'm not going to ramble on. So that's my book, Walk Quiet, Run Quick. It's available on Amazon, also available at Waterstones, Barnes and Nobles as well. So those of you living in the US, you can get my book there as well. So yes, I'm going to jump off here now and enjoy the rest of my start of my weekend. So you guys take care, and I will speak with you soon. Take care. Bye.